this video, you will hear two parts about my life in Bali. Why did I personally decide as a digital entrepreneur to move to this place? And over and above that, watch till the end because I am going to be giving you a tour of my villa and life in Bali as well. Are you someone who is really tired of living in the major metropoles of India, be it Delhi and the climate and the poor pollution, be it Mumbai and the rising rent, or be it Bangalore and being stuck in long traffic? Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Shatakshi, and on my channel I talk about interesting things around careers, lifestyle, management consulting and alternative MBA. So feel free to hit on the subscribe and the notification button so that you get notified whenever I'm bringing out interesting free educational content to all of you on your channel. And of course, let me know if you really like this video by clicking on the like button. If there will be more than 200 likes, I know that's an audacious goal, I will be more than happy to make follow-up video of working abroad and studying abroad as well. This is a very personal video because in 2023 I started my career by actually moving to a new location, and I'm sitting outside at the patio of where my villa is right now, and I'm going to be helping you uncover what are the 6 aspects of my life here in Bali as a digital nomad and as an entrepreneur who can work from any city in the world. If you're new to my channel, then I'm someone who had a fairly international life and career before pandemic, and of course after pandemic as well. And if I were to count countries, I've not been to many, but I've been to United States, Mexico, France, Switzerland, Serbia, Thailand, and of course I'm in Indonesia right now. And I will also help you understand what really made us choose Bali as our next destination to be able to work from. And of course, as an entrepreneur, I have a 25-member team, and they are also largely sparsely populated across the world. Few of them are from Mexico, few of them are working from London, few of them are actually working from various cities in India. That gives me the freedom to actually not be situated or stationed in one place or the city, and then be able to work, find my purpose, and be able to travel freely as well. With that, we move towards the 6 sections, and watch till the end if you want to actually know about a psychological hack that can help you take more free and unbiased decisions in life. The first aspect of my life here in Bali, and I'm going to be peeping into my notes, is that is fairly cheap. If I were to actually give you an example, so 1 lakh IDR / Indonesian rupiah is actually equivalent to 500 rupees approximately in India. And for a meal outside for my partner and I, if we go to these warungs are small shops owned by ladies here in Bali, then it will approximately cost us 2.5 lakhs IDR, which is almost equivalent to 1200 or 300 INR, which is actually pretty cheap. In India, if 2 people were to go outside 2 good restaurants, it will fairly cost you 2000 and above. So that's one thing. A lot of people actually get attracted to Bali because the Indonesian currency is relatively cheap, that allows people from across the world to be able to enjoy the nature and the culture of Bali at a fairly cheap cost. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is definitely about nature and culture here. So Bali is a place that has really left me mesmerized, and I truly call it God's own nature, God's own world. I know that we call that in Kerala. As you can see from wheresoever I'm living right now, this is the patio. In fact, we are living in the heart of Ubud right now in Bali. From my patio on the right hand side, you could see a volcano, and from the left hand side, you could actually see mountain. A waterfall is actually 45 minutes away from my place, and a beach is 1 hour away from our place. The nature has just left me feel so humbled. I recently, actually, interestingly, I'm kind of taking a tangent here, so Avatar 2, and I truly, when I came here to Bali and really immersed into the culture and started living here, I realized that Mother Nature could actually be very overwhelming when you are just a tiny species on planet. And culturally, I really like the Balinese culture because, for example, locals here give offerings at the start of every day. And what does an offering mean? I asked them. They basically told me that it's an offering to the Mother Nature, thanking the Mother Nature to be able to accommodate them. And I many a times feel, especially in Bali, that Homo sapiens have not actually populated Bali. It is Mother Nature's land, and we are just slaves or just subordinates to the mother nature. I know that these words sound strong, but that is how I am feeling here in Bali, and it has just left me feel very mesmerized. I really love the air here, the culture and the vibe here, and it is something that has really made me stay here for long. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 is definitely about the great expat community. I made a separate video about the reality of my life of working in Dubai, and there is one point that I said that Dubai is fairly international and expat driven community, and that's another commonality that I'm finding here in Bali. I've befriended Germans, Russians, Australians. Australia, of course, has a great geographical proximity here to Chinese, to, of course, Indians are here, but I've not seen many Indians who have really settled here or who are working out of here. They come for tourism purposes 1 or 2 weeks and then they leave. But Mexicans, North Americans, people from London, New Zealand, etc. So it's a fairly global island, if I were to not call it a city, and that allows you to actually immerse yourself in a very international community. And talking about the local Balinese, I am just left so shocked in a positive manner. The way they deal with us, how polite they are, and they really understand the power of tourism here. They understand that a large part of their economy is being driven by tourism, and hence for that reason or just for the cultural reason, they are pretty nice and respectful towards all the expats. And in fact, my partner and I, we were watching a documentary around India's history, and of course it mentioned that it was the Gupta's period that brought Hinduism here, and a lot of you might know that it was the Gupta's period which is known to be the golden age of the India's history. And I was telling my partner that I literally feel that we are living in the history of India, which is so free mentally, nature-wise, and economically as well. So because this is, I genuinely believe it's like Gupta's age of India, but right now in 21st century living in Bali, so kind of drawing a parallels there. So that's another aspect of having a good work life here in Bali, which is about great expat community, which is about the fourth point, digital life of a digital nomad and someone who can work out of anywhere. Like I said, I can work out of anywhere. I'm blessed to be in that situation right now. And not just from the fact that you could work from a beach here. This place actually has good co-working spaces, and not just we work like co-working spaces that only employers and organizations can take. So for example, typically on a regular day, I could just work from here or from the seat behind the camera or from my room. But if I'm really bored, I could go to good cafeterias which really accommodate people who are working in a digital nomad fashion, or there are a lot of co-working spaces. So people understand there's a good small economy in a market here that understands that co-working spaces are needed, and hence that allows you with a lot of good opportunities to connect with people and find an ecosystem where you could actually become your productive self. So that's the fourth aspect of my career building here in Bali. The fifth point is about rent and food, which is about the cost of living. So like I said, and I started this video, that it's a pretty cheap and an inexpensive place. And if I were to talk about the cost of our 2-room villa here in Bali along with the patio, then I would say that it's approximately costing us more than 1 lakh per month. I know it's on the higher side, but we wanted to have a place where we could really become our productive selves. We just didn't want it to be a crunched up space where we didn't feel like living, because it's almost like work/living there. Having said this, if I were to take this place in India, be it in Goa or Kerala, Udaipur, or any of my favorite destination, I bet you not, I don't think I would be able to get a place like this in anything less than 2 lakhs per month. India at a food level might be very cheap, but in fact, I was recently in India for 3 months. We wanted to celebrate Diwali there, but I was really shocked. We wanted to take vacation in Kerala or in Udaipur and many other places, and most of the places in a villa format were really expensive. The rents in India are actually are touching up the roof. And let me know if in the comment section if you would want to make an economic analysis and the cost of living in multiple places. Happy to actually make a video around that. But overall, at a cost of living level, I would say that we are very easily able to maintain our expenses to around 1.2 lakhs to 1.4 lakhs. It could be plus minus here and there as well, and this is, mind you, for 2 people together. So that's the fifth aspect of my life here in Bali. The sixth aspect is places to visit. It's a very diverse island, not from nature point of view but from activity point of view. Like I told you about the diverse natural places around me. If tomorrow I were to go for rafting, I could go. If tomorrow I were to actually take a cycling tour around Ubud, I could take that as well. In fact, on the weekend we are going to take a Balinese cooking culture class. So we are just so impressed by the Balinese food here. We really wanted to learn it. But the larger point that I am trying to say is it's a very happening place, and you could immerse into the culture. You could go to the pub or a club if that is what you like. I think I have different interest in life at this age and at this stage in my life. So yes, those are the six aspects of my life here in Bali as an entrepreneur, and I promised you that I am going to be telling all of you about a psychological hack which can help you take much more informed decision, which is about confirmation bias. What is confirmation bias? Confirmation bias is that I decide that I am going to live in Bali because all I have experienced in life is just Bali, right? And I am going to be telling you that just go and live in Bali because these are the 6 good reasons. That is called confirmation bias, where you have biased opinion, where you do not have different kind of data samples, and hence you make biased decisions. So for example, in 2023 at some point of time we might take a longer term visa. Just from candid transparency point of view, we came on 1 month visa here and we really fell in love with the place and we extended it to 2 months. At some point of time we actually might take a long 6-month visa for Bali as well. Having said this, 2023 for us is going to be a lot more about exploring places from a lens of finding now a place where we could settle as well. Bali could be one of them, Serbia could be another of them, Thailand could be another of them, it could be Istanbul, Turkey, so on and so forth. I know that there are a lot of visa issues etc. as well, but I am sure with time we will be able to find information and help find ourselves to actually settle, and it could of course somewhere be in India as well. But confirmation bias is actually a concept that helps you understand that if in life you are taking a decision, it could be because of confirmation bias. So for example, I did my MBA from ISB Hyderabad, and I tell you that you should do an MBA also. Why? Because I did my MBA. That's a confirmation bias. I understand that in today's day and age, the question mark on MBA is rising, and hence, for example, I myself run an alternative to an international MBA, which is a very smooth segue for me to actually wrap up this video. If you're looking to build an international career for yourself in management consulting, public policy and product management, then feel free to check out Impact Fellowship Program at my education venture, globalgovernance.initiative.org. And that's my break with all of you as I take this break in the evening. It could just rain anytime right now. That's how unprecedented and uncertain the rains are here, but we are really loving our time. And thank you so much for being part of my journey till now, and let me know if you want me to make more interesting videos around working abroad and studying abroad. More than happy to give back to my YouTube channel. Ciao, I'll see you very much soon. Hi, welcome to our villa in Bali. Come, I'm going to give you a tour. So this is a very beautiful villa. As you can see, we have taken in the north of Bali, and we are really enjoying our time here, and we thought that why shouldn't I give you a tour of our villa in North Bali. Come. So right in the front there's an open kitchen. I'm not really much of a cook, but at times I make my protein shakes, I would say eggs, and my casual drinks here. So as you can see, sorry, it's always windy here, so the bottles keep on getting down. We have the fridge here, so you can just imagine us, I would say once or twice a week, we would be cooking here and we would be eating our meals. Most of the time we head outside because the Indonesian food, and especially the Balinese food, is amazing. But if we feel like just chilling at home with the beautiful view, then we just order the food from outside or get the food here, and then you would be finding my husband and I having meals here. So that's our kitchen. As we move further, this villa has 2 beautiful, cute rooms. I am going to give you a tour of the first one. So this is our room. Many times you can find me shooting here. There are few videos that I shot from here as well. And if you want to take a peep inside, it's not the most cleanest room. So you can just see the cute room where I would be working from, spending my time. We are still in unpacking, packing mode. and there is an exact replica of the room on that side. My husband uses that room often for work. So for us, you need to understand, when we are on vacations, we are actually not really on vacation completely. We are working, we are staying, we are building a living there. I don't know how many of the girls or boys watching this video have ever thought that you wanted a cute little home in the Himalayas of India, if not Himalayas. This is my dream coming true in the North Bali. The beach is just 4 minutes away. It's called Lovina Beach. And then, of course, those are the hills. Come, I'll give you the rest of the tour as well. By the way, behind the camera is my husband. He's been really very nice to accommodate our requests. Now, this is the highlight of this entire villa, where every day for an hour or so we will spend our time. So we get access to a private pool here, which is almost feels like an infinity pool, because beyond the pool you do not have buildings which are just concrete buildings in New York or any other metropole of the world. So yes, in fact today morning we took a swimming in the morning, and now I'm shooting here. Typically when our day ends around 5:30, we jump into the pool, spend an hour, and then we head out for lunch. Typically you cannot see anyone. In fact, once I felt that I was drowning in the depth of the pool, I shouted and no one came. I've just seen few farmers coming in this side of the area, so it's very quiet. In fact, I think I'm the only person speaking here. If I were to remove this mic, apart from my voice, you can just hear the beautiful sound of nature. Yesterday night there was a thunderstorm. As you can see briefly, there are some constructions that are happening in North Bali. So it's coming up. Lovina started as a tourism area in Bali in '93 approximately. It's completely diametrically opposite to Ubud and Canggu, which are in the south part of Bali. It took us 3-hour ride to actually reach here. It was completely worth it. This is one of the most beautiful vacation homes that we are living in, and I thought of sharing this with all of you. And if you are in Bali in the coming days, give me let me know in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to actually have a catch up with you. I really feel blessed to have a beautiful YouTube community. Thank you so much for all your love, and I thought of sharing wheresoever I am spending my time these days. That's it. Ciao.